Okay, we all remember this toll gate that was supposed to be built since. Now, before I talk about this toll gate, we'll learn about the history and the contract and the kind of deal where the government get before they start up this project. So initially, this project was announced in 2019. They announced the project, say they could do this project for 2019. This project is a deal between Torcam, that's a French consortium, and Razelbeck in collaboration with the Cameroon government. A consortium now a group of individuals or organization. That's basically a group of individuals then for France and some organizations then they come in together and wrote a contract for build this toll gate, and the project was handed to Razelbeck. Razel, we know Razel from building roads back in the days when I was young. Razel built a couple of roads in Cameroon. So basically now so this deal come about. French consortium plus Razel. Now the project initially began for complete in 2 years. That is, in 2 years they began for build all these toll gates there, and in total there was 14 different positions, different places to build these toll gates in total. But now the project they divided into 2 phases. The first 7 was the first phase, the second 7 was the second phase. Now all this project it be supposed to cost 70 million USD, which is about 42 billion francs CFA. But now the problem is till now this project has not been completed. Why? So in this video I will give a reason why they never complete this project, and also why it be say every time Cameroon has a major project to do, they get for ask foreign aid, despite the fact say Cameroonians they pay taxes. We all know that we do pay our taxes, and there is a state budget every year. What is this money being allocated for? So in this video I will analyze the state budget from 2019 to 2025. I will give you a total of what Cameroon has made over these years and all the projects that were supposed to be completed over these years, and they have not still been completed. I don't know the reason why, but we are going to analyze together in this video. Stay tuned and listen. So before we analyze, let's talk about the first phase of this project. The first phase where it contains 7 toll gate stations. Now I'll give all the toll gate stations and more will listen. So these 7 stations now, the Bankomo, Boyebe, Edea, Simalen, Kometo, Tiko, and Banga. The second phase get Bayangam, Bafia, Manjo, Banja, Katazem, Fumbot, and Chang. Remember, I told you guys this project began for take 2 years for complete. And when these people they come together, write that contract for work together for build these toll gates for Cameroon, they began for control them for 18 years. So that they go fit get back their profits. Then they leave them over to the government to continue. I don't know the economics way our government they play. Every time we get a major project in Cameroon, we have to seek for foreign aids. I don't know if this is a deal of corruption or what. And also, the project never be able to be completed. Why? Let me give the reasons why. The first thing is they talk about financial problem, which I don't believe that is why. The second reason is legal and administrative dispute. They have a lot of dispute in court concerning this issue. The third is when COVID-19 came up, there was delay. This one is understandable. The second is infrastructural mismatch. I don't know why this is a problem, because before they start up a project, you have photos and they design the whole project before anything they start up. So maybe because of corruption, they design the project, wait till it dey for project and wait till it dey on ground will be the same. So probably. Me personally, I feel like, this toll gate matter now something where it will stop a lot of corruption. And it will cut out money, electronic toll gate, it will cut out corruption money from entering many people's pocket. Now the truth that plenty people they know get that advantage where they be get and when they be collect that money manually, because that money be go for plenty for their pocket. So when they build this electronic toll gate, as you pay and receive the common job, auditing be very clear. If you go out of Cameroon for many countries, then at the electronic toll gate they use it. But for our side, some few people don't decide, say this thing cannot come to light. So the first phase, from the information what I get from Google and my research, the first phase has been completed. So they will say when the first phase be completed based on the initial arrangement, when the first phase be completed and tested, they will start with the second phase. Now let's go to the video on the fact that every time when we get a major project, Cameroon must seek for funding from abroad. Why? Despite the fact that we pay taxes. Now let's start with the amount of money people pay as taxes and the state budget from 2019 to 2025. In 2019, the state budget was 4,850 billion. In 2020, the state budget was 4,409 billion. In 2021, the state budget was 5,480.4 billion. In 2022, it increased. The state budget was 6,080.4 billion, and in 2023 it still increased to 6,345.1 billion. Now in 2024 it increased even more to 7,278.1 billion. Now in 2025 it increased to 7,735 billion. That's basically, this is our taxpayers' money. This is the money that gets into the government. Now let me explain. When this money gets into the government, the next thing where the government is doing, I say the government, after paying salaries, the balance they will use for do major government projects. Now I want to explain now from 2019 to 2025 the major government projects that we don't get that over the years, and the percentage of the money where Cameroon the user will pay salaries. Now stay tuned. So the first project throughout these years from 2019 to 2025, the first project was the Nachtigal hydroelectricity dam, which was supposed to provide 420 megawatts of electricity. The initial cost is approximately 1.2 billion euro, which is about 780 billion francs CFA. Remember, say throughout all these years from 2019 to 2025, our least state budget was 4,850 billion francs CFA, and this hydroelectricity dam will cost only 780 billion francs CFA, which is just about 10% of that state budget. Now we are going to the next. We also have the Memvele hydroelectricity dam, which is supposed to cost 365 billion francs CFA from 2019 to 2024, and it involves two phases. Now the government will also get to develop the transportation sector. Please, you guys should follow up. Now they were supposed to develop the road from Yaoundé to Douala Highway. It was supposed to take two phases. Okay, the first phase is supposed to cost 350 billion francs CFA, which is still about 7% of our state budget of 1 year, not of the total. I will still give you guys the total. Now the next phase cost 1,072 billion francs CFA, which is 1.8 billion US dollars, which is still about 20% of our yearly state budget. Now we have the Yaoundé Simalen Highway, supposed to cost 738 billion francs CFA, and they were supposed to finish in 2025. Okay, we also have the automated toll gates. This is one of the major projects from 2019 to 2025. This automated toll gate, I already told you guys the cost already, 42 billion francs CFA. Then we have maritime and logistics. The Kribi D Seaport, okay, is supposed to cost 400 billion francs CFA, which is 650 million US dollars. The second phase was supposed to be completed in 2024-2025. Now let's give the total of our state budget, the money Cameroon has made from 2019 to 2025. Then after that, I will remove salary payments. Then we'll see what we have net, what we have as net, what is left. And in this money, if you check investments, in this money, about 50% of this money or 40% at least was supposed to be kept for state projects. Let's go, let's ride in. Okay, now let's conclude. Throughout 2019 to 2025, we had a total of 47,663 billion from our taxpayers' money. That's the state budget. Then now, if you remove 20% from the total of that money, that's normally to be used to pay salaries. But on this my calculation, I use 25%. That's in case there are errors. Okay, now if you remove 25%, we will have 35,748 billion. If you remove 25%, that's the amount that will be left. Now, out of this 25%, Google Books say Cameroon allocates 33% for investment and state projects. But now, I'm gonna allocate 40%. Okay, for 40%, we have 14,299 billion, and if you take 30%, it will obviously be less. 33% will be about 12,299 billion, approximately that amount. Now, let me conclude. You see, throughout all these projects, just one project has been completed in the final stage, and that one project is the Nashtiga hydroelectricity dam. That is, out of 7 phases and 7 turbines, 6 has been completed, just 1 left. So you see that our country is making money, but at the same time we all know where the money is going to. That's a fact. And I don't see the reason why I don't know the strategy these guys are using, but in Cameroon it looks like a strategy. Every time we have a project, they have to borrow money from external sources. China and other countries, they have to borrow. I don't know the reason why they always have to borrow. And when they borrow, they need to pay back debts, because you need to finance the loan. You need to pay back debts. And then, after paying your debts, now you pay interest on the loan. So I don't know what is happening. I don't know why, but this is just my own calculation and my perspective. So what do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section. And for plenty of our youths then, and plenty of our young people, they know they put their interest in things like this. And it's very, very important for African young people to awake themselves, to know that things like this are very important, and hold their leaders accountable. All this information I gave is from the internet. Everything is on the internet. Take your pen and your paper and do calculations and report to the people that we are doing this, but our money is not given to us, because this money from taxes, now all Cameroonian, their money. So their money supposed to be given back to them. A few people then be ready to enrich their pockets because of our money, and we the youths know they hold them accountable. Well, I'm not a big person, but I feel like this is the only medium I can use to enlighten my people. Thank you all very much. If you like videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to give your thoughts in the comment section. If you see any mistake in the video or you notice something wrong, I'm open to be corrected. Put your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you all very much. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.